the goal doesn't have to be the manager, right? A lot of people mistakenly do that in a dealership. They think, okay, well, man, I'm selling. I want to be the manager. Why? They want to be the manager because they see the manager sitting in the office, sitting at the sales tower, not out selling, doing the hard work. So they see, it's perception. They perceive that as a better opportunity. So they all want to get moved up. And, I think we always called it manageritis, where they all wanted to be the manager so bad. But that's really not what you have to do. There's more than one way to become very successful in sales and in automotive sales. So if you just take that off your mind and say, I just want to become my own dealership, because guess what? The manager is still controlled by the dealer, right? The dealer is controlled by the factory. The factory is controlled. And so if you really want to just get freedom, you have to quit worrying about that ladder to success and just make yourself the business. And you really can own your own business inside the dealership, and you have no expense. The dealer's paying for the inventory. The dealer's paying for the computers, the software, the advertising. The dealer's paying for everything, and you can reap the benefits if you're smart about it and if you build it the right way. So we're going to go into that, how to build it. What steps could you take today if it's your first day in sales, you just were hired at a car dealership, and you want to become your own business? So the first thing you're going to do, number one, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to create your plan, obviously, right? Have your goal, set your goal, and then understand the numbers of how to hit that goal, right? Because we can talk about how to get the opportunities, but first we need to know how many we need. So let's talk about appointments. We always say appointments solve everything. Appointments sell cars. But here's the reality of appointments. 50% are going to show up, and 50% are going to buy a car from you. So if you come into the dealership for the day as a salesman and you have 2 appointments for the day, one may show up, and if only 50% buy, that person may not buy. So you can't go into your day if your goal, and if you write down the goal and you say, Caleb or Billy, my goal is to sell 25 cars a month. Okay. So to sell 25 cars a month, you're going to need, 100 appointments, 50 show up, and you sell half of them, right? So that's your first part. So how do I get 100 appointments or 100 in-person, in-face opportunities? So we're going to back into that number, and we're going to talk about all the things we can do to get to that 100 appointments, because that's going to solve our problem. 100 appointments, 50 show, we sell 25 cars, and we have 75 great contacts to keep working. And so that's the number we have to get to. So how do we do it, right? And so that's what we're going to go through. So the first thing, number one, make your goal. Number two, understand sales numbers of how to get there. And there's more than just appointment numbers, right? There's, you're going to have to figure out, how many phone calls do I have to make to get someone on the phone to set an appointment? So if it takes 30 phone calls to talk to 3 people to get 1 appointment, and you need to get 4 appointments a day for your 25 working days to get to 100, then you're going to need to make 120 phone calls, or 120 text messages, or 120 messenger. You're going to have to do that. You're going to have to create, that's your number of action. 120 may be your number of actions. And that could be emails, text messages, direct messages, online messaging. But about 120 is going to have to be your activity level just to hit your standard goal that you want to get to. And then if you 10x it and you operated and did 1,200 contacts a day, now you're going to hit those goals no problem. Now, 120 contacts may sound like, well, where am I going to get them at? It's my first day at the store. And so as you have these questions, if you post the questions on our thread here, we'll go back and answer them. If you watch this after the show and you have a question, me or Billy can always respond back. So number one, you're going to go to the management team and you're going to say, hey guys, I know there's been mass turnover at this dealership. I know that the average salesperson comes and goes. And I know that in the CRM, I would say that probably 40% of all customers in the CRM have no salesman assigned. And then I would say that probably 80% of people in the service CRM have no one assigned to them. And I'm going to tell the dealer, I'm going to say, Mr. Dealer, I want all those leads. No one's working them. You've paid for them. They're getting wasted and no one's doing anything with them. Because what I have to do, I have to create that power base of people I don't know, because we're going to talk about people we do know in a minute, but people I don't know. And I want to get all those people into my system. Now, more than likely, you're going to have a CRM you're working in, and it's a simple transfer. It's a simple reassignment that one person is going to have to do and reassign you those opportunities. If the dealer says, well, we don't want to do that in our CRM, or they say they don't know how to do it, or you're in a smaller store that doesn't have that, or even a non-automotive store, you could also go to your DMS and get your sales records. So you could go and say, hey, go in our management system and give me every person who bought a car 18 months to 3 years ago, or everyone that's been in service in the last 12 months, and then just sort it, filter it, get rid of people who still work there, who have assigned salespeople to them, and then you're going to have those leads. So you're going to take that customer base that no one's working, no one's following up on, their salesman quit, because how many people do we know that bought a car and then 3 days later the salesman quit? Now that person had no follow-up, no one cared for them, no one took care of them. So you want to get all those people first. And then you're going to send them a simple message. And because they've been interacting with the dealership, obviously you can reach out to them. You're going to have most people's cell phones, especially if they've been in to buy a car or service. So get your phone out and start texting. And I wrote down what I would say. I would do something simple like this. I wrote a little thing. I would go, hello, my name is Caleb Wilson, and I want to let you know that I'm your new contact at the dealership. We really need your vehicle, and we'd like to make you a big offer for it. Can I text you what your car's worth? And if you send that out to all those contacts you have, I promise you, you're going to have hundreds of responses of people saying, yeah, what's my car worth? And that's going to get the conversation started. Even if they're not happy with the number, you're going to have their name, you're going to have their number saved in your phone, and you're going to start building that list up for your 120 contacts you're trying to make. So step number one is going to be get the list of old customers from your dealership. Get the list of old customers. And that's going to be not that hard to do. You'll get the list, and then you're going to start reaching out to them with the message we just talked about. Hello, my name's Caleb. I'm the new guy at your dealership. I'm here to help you. We need your vehicle. Tell you what it's worth. If you could do a video message, that's going to be even better, because they're going to watch it. Because if they see the text message and they see it's from the dealership, they may not even open it. But if you send that video, they're going to play it. So just make sure you have a good, clear video. Get your message across. Hey, I'm Caleb. I'm the new guy at the dealership, here to help you. I've been brought in specifically to work with you, Billy. We actually have a customer needing your vehicle. Could I let you know what it's worth? Send that out. You're going to get a lot of opportunities right away.
Caleb, as a matter of fact, man, it's just amazing that you're saying this right now. You might hear Paul in the background. Paul's actually recording a video right now, reaching out to dealers, and we practice what we preach here. So, I apologize if you hear the background noise, but Paul's walking through, showing the dealers, showing potential customers exactly how we do and what we do. And, I just want to speak to the fact that you said that a lot of salespeople say that they don't like the hours in the car business. Well, here's the biggest problem I see with that. The biggest problem I see is most salespeople don't work the 12 hours. They're there, but they're not working. So let me tell you what a general manager wants. And if you want to be super successful at a dealership, become a dealership yourself, which is what Caleb teaching you how to do, then it's very important to make that general manager happy. Do you know how to make that general manager happy? You get on the phone and you get in that CRM, which is the customer relations management tool, and you start calling people and you start texting people, you start making them big offers. That general manager is going to pay attention and understand what you're doing, and you are going to have the favor of the general manager, and favor is not a bad thing. Caleb and I don't use terms when we're helping dealerships or when we were running dealerships. We don't use terms like the house mouse. You hear that? You hear all these derogatory terms like, oh, that's the general man. That's Caleb's boy right there. Well, you know what? That's because he understands that guy he's creating attention. He's getting attention. He's creating income. He's creating advertising for free. And you want to make that general manager happy, then you get in there and you start texting people. You start doing your videos. You start reaching out to these customers and prospecting all the time, and you're going to be a dealership and you're going to get the favor of the dealer. So carry on.
That's right. And you're going to get the favor. You're going to get a couple. You can probably get 5 deals a month just from that alone, from house deals, house opportunities coming in. And what I always looked at was who was working the hardest, and that's who's going to get it. Because if I'm pushing hard, like hours, once we get done with this, we'll see that, what you can achieve and then what you can do with it. So number one, like I said, get the CRM leads no one else wants. Get all of them. It doesn't matter if they may give you 2,000. If there's 2,000 in there, who cares? Send all to take a week if it takes it. Send all 2,000 a text message and get yourself 200 to 300 leads working. You're going to turn into car deals. You're going to have a great month, and you're going to transform that dealership right away. Everyone's going to want to know what you're doing, and it's okay to show them.